I am in Yellowstone National Park. I'm alongside the longest free-flowing river in the lower 48 states, the Yellowstone River. And in this video, we're going to be tying 3 variants of an egg fly. As we're walking along the river, we're looking for a good spot to set up our fly tying equipment, and we found this log. This will be a good place to set our vice grip on. Secured the grip into place, and now we're getting ready to tie along the Yellowstone River. Here's a quick look of all the materials we'll be using to tie these egg flies. 2 types of egg yarn, some dubbing, beads, size 12 nymph hooks, and then scissors, whip finisher, and our tan thread. For any fly, you start with a thread base on the hook. We're going to start this right towards the eye of the hook and not go very far down the shank. For all 3 of these variants, we're really going to be tying right up towards the eye of the hook. Now we'll stretch out our glow bug yarn and lay it on top of the hook and then secure it into place. And after a couple good wraps, it's all done. And now we just have to whip finish right in front of where we attached the glow bug yarn. The final step is to just snip our glow bug yarn into the shape of an egg. Instead of just a straight cut, slightly curve the cut, working towards the eye of the hook, and then roll it around to form that egg shape. Now on to the second variant. Just like the first, lay a base of thread on the hook. We're going to be using a little less of the glow bug yarn than we used in our first variant, but similar to the first one, we'll attach it on top of the hook. This version is a lot more difficult than the first one, but it's still fairly simple to tie. Now we have our excess glow bug yarn, and now we're going to take some dubbing, create a thin dubbing noodle, and this is going to be represented as the yolk of the egg. A couple good wraps around the center to really build up that yolk. And then once we're done with the dubbing, we're going to take loose spirals back down the shank of the hook towards the barb. Now we'll go back up to our glow bug yarn and fan it out, and then pull it back over the yolk we just created, and then secure it in place with a couple loose wraps. Then we'll push up the loose yarn that we tied down the shank of the hook to give it that circular egg form, and then a couple more tight wraps to secure it into place, and now we're ready to whip finish. After whip finishing, we'll put on some fly head cement on our knot to secure the fly. And now we're ready for the third and final method. This one is my personal favorite. I feel it has the best egg-like representation, and it's very easy and fun to tie. And we're going to be using a different yarn than what we used for our first 2 methods. Peel apart towards the top of the yarn so we can expose these threads to tie them into place onto our hook. We'll secure the thread with 3 to 4 good wraps. Next, we're going to come in with some fly head cement, and we're going to put this on the thread and down the shank of the hook. With the fly head cement still wet, we're going to wrap forward in tight spirals our thread all the way up to the eye of the hook. We use the cement to secure this thread into place, and then we'll also secure it up front with a couple wraps of thread. And we'll cut off our tag end, whip finish, and this fly is completed. And here we are with all 3 variants of the egg fly. Like I said, the white thread with the bead I feel has the best egg shape. Here's the one we did with the yolk in the middle. And here's the very first version we did. This is definitely the simplest, but I don't think it's as good as the other 2. But that'll go ahead and wrap up our video. I hope you enjoyed these flies, and if you enjoyed this content, like and follow for more.